Gas me up, pushing on my buttons like. Gas me up, give me. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Before we start, just thank you to everyone that has subscribed, that has commented, and that has liked my videos. A big shout out to you. Thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do what needs to be done so the things that need to happen can happen. Yeah, that was my cue. Thank you so much for tuning in to In Awe. And yeah, nothing would change. I mean, I'm still in the business of loving God with all of my heart and all of my soul, and this is where all things good and godly are. Here we know of God's love. We've experienced God's love. We share God's love. So here nje siyathanda nje, we just love people. Yeah, so welcome back to the channel. I absolutely love creating these videos for you guys. It's just a creative outlet for me that really makes me happy. I truly enjoy this, so thank you so much for just taking the time out. And so thank you so much for literally taking the time out and watching my videos. If I've never said it before, I'm saying it now, and trust and believe I mean it from botibong, from the bottom, from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, so family meeting. We need a family meeting. I need to speak about Rory Sang's book review part 2. Right, so the previous video I did a part 1, and I said that I'm going to do a part 2. Now I'm a girl who listens, right? Some of you guys gave me feedback, and you've expressed that it felt like I was giving away the whole book, although I was not. Trust and believe. But I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. So what's gonna happen is that she announced on her Instagram stories that she's gonna have a book signing in Cape Town. So the plan is that, by God's grace, the plan is that when I go and get my book signed, I'll just take a video of that and make it into a vlog. I'll get my book signed, and I think that will make up for the part 2, because I do want you to get the book. I do want you to support our girl. We support people on this channel, right? Hence, that's why you need to subscribe. So we also need to go and get them books. So yeah, so that's what's going to happen. So that will actually serve as a part 2. Guys, I live not too far from the airport, so literally I had to stop this video so many times, because I mean the planes just keep on passing by and it's frustrating. It honestly frustrates me. So I'm just waiting for the plane to pass by. Okay, so getting back to the business of the day, I'll be speaking about this book, MPOOMY LEDWABA, How Did We Get Here? A Girl's Guide to Finding Herself, rather. So MPOOMY LEDWABA is the creator and founder of a wellness hub, Wisdom and Wellness, and she's also a digital entrepreneur in South Africa. I think what's amazing about MPOOMY's story is that we've all, just for the past 9 years, we've followed her. We're a part of her story. So I think that's why it felt so great to be able to go and support her at her book launch. So before I start, a shout out to everyone that is featured on the video. The ladies in the pictures, those are the ladies that I met at the book launch. I actually asked for their permission, so I didn't just use them on the vlog. I actually WhatsApp them and asked them for their permission if I could use their pictures on the vlog. So fortunately all of them said yes, and I'm happy about that. So shout out to you ladies, shout out to Kanya, shout out to Olivia, Annalisa, and Putuma, and Kanya's friend, I just forgot her name, but please send my regards to her, and a big thank you for letting me use her picture on the vlog. So yeah, I went to the book launch. I think the time it was 6:45, I'm not sure, but I got there at about 5:15. I wanted to be there early. I think when I started my my YouTube channel, I would go to these events and I would get there like on time, or I would get there like 5 minutes late, and I'm like, girl, we can't do this. So I'm very intentional. So I wanted to get there early, so I got there at 5:15, so that first of all I can get good seats, and second of all, so that I'll be able to take content for you guys. That's how much I love you guys. So I got there at 5:15, and as I walked in, the lady who works, the young lady that works at Exclusive Books, she actually told me that the book launch was actually going to take place at the amphitheater. The amphitheater is literally outside, right? So I was like, yo, and she was like, yo, you're gonna get cold because it's a bit windy, so please try to get something warm. So I literally went to H&M and I got a sweater, right? And I made my way to the amphitheater. I think there were about 6 people that were already there, and I kid you not, right, guys, it literally started on time. The book launch literally started on time. But before the book launch actually started, I was sitting by myself. I went there alone. You know me. I went there alone, and as I was sitting, I saw these 2 girls approaching and they looked like they were friends. They sat next to me and they looked like they were friends. I mean, they were getting along. And then I asked them to please take a picture of me, and then we started chatting, and that was Annalisa and Putuma. Then we started chatting and I was like, oh guys. So I think that is so testament to, I think one of the most, I think that book launch also brought people together, brought girls together. Because I texted Putuma the other day, like we text each other and Annalisa, and we are gonna have a breakfast date soon, you know, so that is exciting. And also Putuma would literally send me, like, would ask me, oh girl, did you tune into Jesus this, Jesus that? We will speak about, yeah, you know, things that are happening, like we getting to know each other, you know. It's a new budding friendship that I'm excited about. Yes, we're gonna have our first Bible breakfast study next month. So it's a breakfast date, and we've made it a Bible breakfast, a breakfast date Bible study. I think it should be BBD, breakfast Bible study date. I don't know, we'll figure it out, you know. So yeah, I mean, you'll see them. So the book launch started right on time. You know, she came out with her friend Zoraida Jardine. She is breathtakingly beautiful. She's very gracious. I mean, also, it's very important to have a facilitator that actually can feed off from your energy, because Zoraida was facilitating the session, but MPOOMY was so comfortable. You know, the MPOOMY that you see on her YouTube channel with her husband, exact same MPOOMY. She was very free, she was very calm, she was herself. The girl can speak for days, but you don't get tired of listening to her. Like, she can go on and on and on. You know, Sarita asked her, was she not scared of being so vulnerable in the book? And she said that she did think about it, but she chose to think about it this way. This book would be a gossip, a topic for gossip, or this book will bring people together and we will collectively heal, you know. And I think that was so important. So many times we want to do things in life, but we are scared of, I'm being vulnerable. What does this mean for me? Will I be able to deal with all that comes with sharing such intimate information about my life? So when she said that, I was like, oh God, I got that. I was like, thank you, Jesus, you know, because that can be crippling, you know. With obedience comes, I don't want to say this, but I want to say it. I felt like with her obedience came vulnerability, because while reading the book, she was so gracefully vulnerable. She was so gracefully vulnerable. I mean, I was like, wow, you know. So Zoraida actually asked her, like, what sets her apart? And she said, you know, I'm special, but I'm really not that special, because she has chosen to do the inner work, right? She emphasized that most of us do the outer work, and there's nothing wrong with doing the outer work. I mean, going to gym and making sure that you're looking good, you know, it helps with your mental health. But she also spoke about doing the inner work. So she said with her, she does the inner work, and she also said she's very consistent with all that she does. I mean, she said this various times, that she is very hardworking, she is very consistent, and I think with her success that is so evident. She's very intentional also. She pays attention as people were asking questions. She looks you in the eye. Her body language says she sympathizes with you. You can see when somebody really sympathizes, she sympathizes with you. So that was also very evident, you know, as she was answering the questions. And I know one of her supporters actually asked her, why is it important for her to apologize to Nuri? Nuri is her daughter. And she says sometimes I do it immediately, but it's very important for me to apologize to Nuri because she needs to know that I sympathize with her. I think that was very important when she said that. She also spoke, I know everybody wants to know about the 7-year itch, where she spoke about she had challenges in her marriage. And she said that she was very skeptical to speak about her marriage. But she said that she got to a point where she understood that her marriage is a part of her life. And her marriage is a part of her life. And with the things that she shared in the book, I felt like she was so gracefully vulnerable and she respected that union. I'm not going to tell you what is it, but I'm just saying that she speaks about the highs of her marriage, but in the book she also spoke, she didn't go into detail, but she also spoke about the lows, but she spoke about the lows with so much grace and with so much responsibility, right? And then what struck with me, she also spoke about me too, that sometimes in your life you literally just need a me too, you know. And yeah, I mean, after that we made our way to the exclusive books, which is inside the mall. I do want to say that I do understand why the book launch actually had to be outside, because I mean, that exclusive book store, there was no way it was gonna accommodate so many people. Guys, the book signing line, it was so long. We got there at probably 8:25 and I left at 10:30. For like an hour and 30 minutes we were standing in line, but it didn't feel like an hour and 30 minutes because we were all having conversations, you know, with the girls, you know. So it was great. It was great meeting everyone. It was great meeting Kanya and her friend. It was great meeting Annelisa and Putuma as well, and Olivia, my precious Olivia. Guys, Olivia literally traveled 3 hours to come to the book launch. Olivia lives in Rabo. Rabo is like outside Cape Town. It's like a 3-hour drive. She's like, no. So imagine leaving at 10 o'clock to make it home. So, but she probably got home at 12:30. I was like, girl, but it was all worth it. I was telling Uputuma, I was like, I'm sorry that I had to make you wait. I was like, I'm sorry that I had to make you wait for an hour and 30 minutes, but we got to know more about each other. So I think the big highlight, it was such an amazing night. And I think the big highlight of the night was that the collective healing that was happening, you know, there is a reward in obedience and surrender, you know. And I'm so glad that on that night when she went to that seminar, I think it was a conference that she went to overseas, she says that she had a book request for the longest time, right? But she hadn't accepted the request. So she went, her and her husband, I think they went to a Sarah Jakes concert or seminar, something like that, a conference. She went to a conference, and she said when she returned from that conference and she got to her hotel room, she knew she had to write the book. So like I even said in the previous video, God speaks to us. We must just be ready to listen and receive and surrender to him. You know, so I'm glad that MPOOMY, that you chose to surrender. I'm so happy that you chose to share your story with all of us. I'm so happy that you were obedient, you know. I'm so happy that you had an open heart to God's call, and I'm so happy that we all have permission to heal. And I'm so happy that we've all got permission to heal, and we are so unapologetic about it. So please go and get the book. It's found at exclusive books nationwide. And now she is #1 best-selling author in the country, South Africa, right? So I enjoyed reading this book, and I hope you get it. I hope you just bask in the nuggets of wisdom that she shares in this book. And yeah, so I wish you love and happiness. All the best for the week ahead, from my heart to yours. I love you endlessly.
It's finally happening. I heard you. I finally wrote a book. It is finally here. Wherever you are around the world, I need you to get your hands on my new book, How Did We Get Here? It is a healing journey. It is all the quirks in me. It is parts of me you didn't know existed. Some I'm just like, should I have mentioned that? But it's all done now, and I think you're gonna love it. Whether you are the sister, the cousin, the aunt, the uncle, the brother, the father, it's necessary. You need it. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, and you're gonna feel it all. And it's gonna be good. So go and get your copy. How did we get here?
Say hi. YouTube channel.
perfume lo ako gimi ingako gipamisa palamisa perfume lo ako gimi ingako gipamisa when I went
So can we please stand up and give him
This energy, listen, I've been to Joburg, Pretoria, Joburg again, and this is the best way to be received. So Cape Town,